Terrifying rapture signs have just begun all around the world. Christians believe that the return of Jesus Christ will occur before the end of the world. The Bible, the Christian faith's central text, promises rewards to those who follow God and eagerly anticipate His coming. Although the book does not specify a date for the rapture, several clues can be used to predict when it will occur. To what extent are you familiar with any of them? In this video, we're going to talk about the terrifying rapture signs that have just begun all around the world. Let's dig into them. The drying up of the Euphrates River. According to Revelation 16:12-14, once the sixth angel poured forth his bowl on the mighty Euphrates River, it came to a halt. After the river stopped flowing, the path it had carved became an ideal route for the rulers of the east. The dragon, the beast, and the false prophet all let forth a trio of repulsive animals that resembled frogs. This is how the demonic spirits manifest themselves. On the great day of God the Sovereign Strong, they plan to summon all the world's rulers together for a decisive fight. According to the Bible, the sixth angel poured his bowl into the river Euphrates. The river ran dry as a result of the materials in the basin. Previous bowl decisions have contaminated or destroyed the vast bulk of the earth's water supply. Revelation 16:1-4. There's no intent in this ruling to outlaw or punish those who drink this water. Instead, it appears to have to do with clearing the way for Eastern monarchs to invade, which requires dismantling a barrier. The Bible uses the phrase, the mighty river, to describe the Euphrates 5 times. For Israel, this line denoted the eastern boundary of their inheritance. Deuteronomy 1:7 and 11:24. Israel was protected in part by the perilous river and the wilderness to the west, which separated them from the promised land of Canaan. It rises in Mongolia and flows southeast to Israel before entering the Persian Gulf. The kingdoms of China and India were located to the east, where Revelation was written in the 1st century AD, and the Euphrates River acted as a dividing line between east and west. The appearance of a false Messiah. According to the Bible, the appearance of a false Messiah is a key indicator of the rapture. In Luke 21:21, after Jesus had finished his business in the temple and was about to leave, his disciples stopped him and directed his attention back to the Temple Mount. "Do you take note of all these things?" he said. "No stone will be left unturned. Every obstacle will be thrown down." Jesus was sitting on the Mount of Olives when his followers snuck up on him. Those people begged, "Tell us when this will happen, and what the sign of your arrival and the end of the age will be." Jesus warned, "Beware of being led astray by anyone. Many will come in my name and say, 'I am the Messiah,' leading many astray. Be calm. Conflicts and threats of conflict are inevitable. These developments are unavoidable, but we haven't reached the end just yet. There will be a global rebellion and ensuing warfare between kingdoms. Natural disasters, such as famines and earthquakes, will affect multiple locations. When these symptoms appear, labor has officially begun. A fake Messiah has allegedly been witnessed in Israel. Rabbi Yaakov Berry has made a tremendous splash in Israel, garnering a large following through his many YouTube videos and online lectures. He advocates an extreme theology that runs counter to mainstream Judaism and claims to be the Messiah who will deliver Israel from its adversaries. Despite these grand assertions, Berry insists that he possesses exceptional abilities, including the capacity to heal. Red heifers in Israel. Ashes from a red heifer were used to cleanse Israelites according to the Old Testament law. See Numbers 19. Some people believe that the reappearance of a red heifer today is a sign that the third temple will be built and that Christ will return, because the ashes of red heifers were used in temple purification ceremonies. The rabbis claim that 9 red heifers have been sacrificed since Moses' day. Since the destruction of the Second Temple, not a single red heifer has been offered as a sacrifice. When the 10th red heifer is sacrificed, the Messiah will do it himself, says the teacher Maimonides, 1133-1204, in Para Aduma, chapter 3, section 4. The temple claims that on September 15, 2022, 5 flawless red heifers were sent from Texas to Israel. Many believe the acquisition of a red heifer marks the fulfillment of prophecy, since it marks a major step forward in the building of a new temple. The Mosaic Law specifies that the red heifer must be free of defect or blemish, meaning that it has never been used to pull a yoke. Numbers 19:2. It's important to note that the red heifer sacrifice was unlike any other in the law. It was the first time the gender and color of the animal were specified, and it was done away from the tabernacle's main entrance. Animals' strange behavior. Animals are increasingly assaulting humans, owing to a lack of fear, as seen by the fact that they will not let go even when another human is attempting to stop or avoid the incident, which is projected to become more prevalent during the tribulation era. All of this is on the horizon, and it will deteriorate before the rapture of the church. Revelation 9:2-5. A hole was dug in the ground, and smoke billowed out of it, just as if a massive furnace had been turned on. There was a gloom in the air as the smoke from the fire blocked out the sun. Third, the planet was invaded by locusts that had emerged from the pollution. They were also given power on par with the poisonous scorpions of the planet. They were instructed to spare the grass of the earth and every green creature and tree, but to kill anyone who did not have God's symbol on his forehead. 5 of them were tortured for a total of 5 months without being killed. The pain they felt was comparable to that of a person bitten by a scorpion. Similar locusts are supposed to emerge from the abyss, the biblical domain of the demons, in other biblical passages implying that demons may assume some of the characteristics of locusts. The earliest traces of these processes are already obvious. There have been several reports of the arrival of locusts from all around the world. Ezekiel 5:17. That's why I'm going to let starvation and wild animals attack your villages and wipe out your families. Raise the sword against you, and I will release a plague of death and destruction upon you. What I have stated, I have said as the Lord. Huge grasshoppers have been a problem in Central Florida for some time. Alleged preparation for the third temple in Israel. My exiled people, Israel, will eventually return and settle the cities they destroyed. They'll work hard in the fields and then drink the wine they've grown. They'll manage gardens and eat the vegetables they've grown. Israel will remain planted in the land I have given them, never to be uprooted again. Amos 9:14 and 15. A large fraction of the global population is ready to say that the Jewish people have been abandoned by God and that the state of Israel was formed by human hands. You, Israel, are my servant. You, Jacob, whom I have chosen. You, a descendant of Abraham, are my buddy. You are the one whom I have taken from the ends of the world and called from the remotest parts of it, and said to you, You are my servant. I have chosen you and not rejected you. The Lord has spoken. Isaiah 4:9. And God's plan for the Jewish people's return to the land has always been to occur on God's terms, not man's. The Jewish people are returning to the Holy Land, fulfilling a prophecy made by their forefathers about 2,000 years ago. Do not be afraid, because I am with you. I will bring your offspring from the east and unite you from the west. I'll be shouting, Give them up to the north. Don't try to stop them if you're located in the south. Call my sons and daughters from all over the world. A paraphrase of Isaiah 43:5 and 6. Both the Temple Institute and the Temple Mount Faithful movement are making progress toward their goal of building the third temple on the Temple Mount, which would coincide with the return of Israelis to their homeland. This ends the video for today. Have you witnessed any of these signs yet? Let us know in the comments section. Also, tell us on which topic we should make our next video. Like and share this video. Do subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll see you in the next video.